Hello everyone, welcome to Archie Learnings, and in this video we're going to see what is debugging and step into, step over and step out in UiPath Studio. And debugging is a main important concept for developers who are developing the processes or the workflows. They need to verify the errors and need to rectify them in order to make it a reliable process to execute the automation steps. So we're going to see what is debugging and what is the concept of debugging in UiPath Studio and how we can use these steps in order to rectify those errors in this video. So before going to that, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please consider subscribing for more videos. And if you like this video, please give it a like. If you have any other doubts, please do mention them in the comment section below. The first thing, what is debugging? Debugging is nothing but in order to verify a step-by-step process, in order to rectify the errors in a particular process is called debugging. And in that process of verifying the steps, we have several types, which is step into, step over and step out. We will see what are those and how the step into and step over varies in their implementation. So the first thing, here you can see design in the ribbon. In the ribbon you can see debug. Just click on that. Then you can see another ribbon which consists of step into, step over and step out, and we are going to talk about these three. And so first we will discuss a simple example for showing those. So let me drag a message box over here. So let me drag 3 message boxes, and let me write some text in here. Learnings, then now. So these are the 3 activities. There will be no errors in this particular step, but how we debug the process normally. So I will show you how we need to do that. Then the step into is nothing but it will go step by step process. First it will look for this particular activity, and it will if it is correctly executed, then it will go to the next activity and then next activity. And this is how a step into process works here, and it is also executed by pressing F11, the shortcut key. And what is step over? When you're executing this particular step, and you don't need to check this particular step and go to this and finish this process of execution, then you can check the step over. You can click on step over and it will run the execution when you run this by clicking the debug file or the run file. And the step out is usually, let me drag an if condition as well here so that it will be clear. So if, let me take it as if I equal to 5, the condition is true. And paste it here. Change the text. Thanks. So first we will see step into, and then we will go one by one. So here if I click on step into, without clicking on the debug file or the run file, the process execution starts, and it will show you the highlighting option as well, which activity it is now. And if you click on step into, it will jump into the next activity. So if it is executed perfectly, then it will go to the next activity, or else it will show you the error there. So it is correct, so it is going to the next step. And if you click on step into again, it will check for this particular activity, and if that is fine, then it will go to the next activity and then the next activity. Now it came to the initial step, and it will come out of it, will end this particular process. This is how the step into activity works. Now we will see how step over activity works. So let me initially click in step into so that the process starts now. It will be on the debugging sequence now. if I step into here, it will come here. If I step into again, it will go to this particular message box. But if I click on step over, then it is coming to this particular step. Here, in if condition, if I click on step over, it directly shows us the subscribe now, rather than it is going to subscribe now message box. It is directly making the condition work without showing us, without going to this particular step. If I click on step over again, it will come out. The only difference between the step into and the step over is, it will, when a condition is there, then it will go over the particular condition and then directly show you the output which is present in there. So if I place this here and then run this again, so this is step into, and then here it came to the second message box. If I click on step over, it goes for thanks for watching. Now in this if condition, if I click on step into, then it will come to this particular message box and then step into this particular message box. Now I will click on step over. So you can see it doesn't go to this particular step for the debugging option, then it will directly execute this particular if condition again. So this is how step over works. And then the last one is step out. So let me do the step into first, so that it will be process is starting. Let me step into again. So now it is in the message box. So if I click on step out, it will directly execute all the steps which are under this particular sequence, and it will come back to the main sequence. This is how step out works in this debugging option of UiPath Studio. And if I click on again step out, then it will end the process. So this is how step into, step over and step out works. And there is other options here you can see, which is restart, ignore and retry. Now we will also look at those in this video. So when I click on step into, the process is starting now. If I click again and step into here, you can see it is in the first message box, and there is an option enabled called restart. So if I click on restart again, it will start from this first sequence. So if I click on restart again, it will start from the main sequence which is present over there. So this is how the restart activity works, restart option works in the debug ribbon. And when will these two be appeared for us to use? If there is an error, then these two will be taken place. So what we will do is we will simply take a click and indicate this here. Now let me close this notepad so that it will not be able to, and it will be an error for us. So if I click on step into here, now the process is started. If I click on step into again and step into, now Aditya Learnings is there. So you can see the restart option is available for us to use. Now it is searching for the notepad. There is no notepad now as we close that. So it will enable us the ignore or the retry options when it fails. So let us wait for this execution to complete. And it is still checking for this particular notepad. Now there is no notepad there, so you can see here the ignore option and the retry option is available for us. The retry is nothing but it will again try for this particular activity, and if it is ignored, then it will process the next steps like this. But if it is a retry, then it will check for that particular activity again. So let us check that as well. So let me start this again. This time I am directly continuing the debugging the process from here. Now it is Aditya Learnings, and now it is checking for this particular click activity. that is not present, so it will throw us an error. If I click on retry, then it will start the process again. And these are some of the options and the main options which you need to know about the debugging concepts in UiPath Studio. And there is another important point here, which is breakpoints. We will discuss it after this particular point. So if I click on retry, then it will try for that particular activity again. Now it is trying for that particular activity again. Now let's wait and see for this particular error to occur again. So you can see it is retried that particular activity and it is failed again because the notepad is not open in this browser in this particular machine, so it is thrown as an error. So this is how the retry activity works in this particular scenario. And how does the breakpoints work? What is meant by breakpoint is nothing but it will stop this particular process, and if you click on the toggle breakpoint there, it will take a breakpoint and it will stop the execution and ask us to continue for this particular process after this particular step, which indicates us we are telling the process to stop at that particular point, and we are manually checking whether that is executing properly or not. If it is executing properly, we will remove this breakpoint and run the process again. So if I click on debug now, first it will show me the Aditya Learners breakpoint, and then the process will pause for the human to click on continue here, because we said the process to break that particular execution there and stop for the process to be continued. So here if you click on continue, then the process will continue again from here. And there is a locals panel which you need to know in debugging, is that the variables which are given in this particular process are, you can see them here, which is called the variables. These are the variables, and these are the arguments, and these are the properties of that particular activity. Here the properties of click, readable text, and this properties of message box, which is previous and which is current. So here you can check what is the variable value that is coming to that particular variable, or what is the argument value that is coming to that particular argument, and so that you can see whether the argument value is passing correctly or not. So then if you click on this particular search bar, then you can see what's the values that is given in that particular string of array. This string of array consists of ascending and descending. So this is ascending and descending because you can see these arguments here. There is an argument of sort which is ascending and descending, and you can see the argument here which is ascending and descending. So this is how you can check for the values which are correctly passing or not. That's when the locals panel works for you. And in here the main point in debugging is this particular locals panel to check the variables and the argument values which are passing to the process. And then the breakpoints, here you can see what are the breakpoints that is enabled. You can see them here in the breakpoints panel, or else you can also click here, it will show you the breakpoints. So if I stop this process, and how to remove this particular breakpoint is just simply click on that and then toggle this one again and then again, so that the breakpoint will disappear. And these are the main steps in debugging concepts of UiPath Studio for a particular process, and these are the very important steps for a developer to make a reliable process in UiPath Studio. And we can see the three of other properties, which is slow step, execution, trial, and log activities in the next video. And this is a pretty long video on debugging concept in UiPath Studio. If you have any other doubts, please do mention them in the comment section below, or if you have any other suggestions on the videos, do comment in comment section so that we will make a video on that. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please click on subscribe button for more videos and the bell icon for the new updates. And thanks for watching.